was like amazed when I actually started doing research and writing these blogs for clients, like, whoa, like there's a lot more to this. So why don't we start there? Like, really talk to us. And I know that you're based in California, but we wrote for clients in all different states. And it seemed like, in general, they followed a similar process. Now, there may be nuances from state to state, but in general, tell us what the responsibilities are of a personal representative, also known as an executor, I guess, in some states. But I really want people to get an understanding of what that involves. And then we're going to get into trusts and why they are so important.
Absolutely. So if there's a will and somebody is designated as the personal representative or the executor, they're the person who is required, at least in California. Again, I'm going to speak from experience in California. I understand that there are some similarities throughout the states, but I can't speak to those other states.
Sure.
But the idea is that they've been designated to carry out the terms of the will. And so they would have to open up a case in court. They'd have to open up a probate case and lodge the will. So they would provide the court a copy with the will to show that they are the representative and that they have the authority to act on the estate's behalf. Once that gets approved, then it's up to that person to start facilitating the estate, more or less. So if there's a house, that'll need to get sold. If there's stocks, those will need to get sold as well. Personal property will need to get sold. All of this money, they'll need to open up an estate account, and they will need to deposit all of this into an estate account. They cannot make any distributions at this time. So they still have to go through the formal process of more or less liquidating everything or providing it to the designated party if that says so in the will. They have a lot of responsibility,
Hmm.
and it takes a long time. That's always the biggest issue. How long is this
Yeah.
going to take? It takes time, just whether you're dealing with banks, whether you're dealing with a court, and whether you're dealing with the sale of a house. Sometimes houses can sit. And so the estate just doesn't get closed up until all of these things occur. And additionally, if we're talking about a will and we're in probate, all of these things need to be approved by the court. So you're on the court's timeline, not yours.
Sure. Sure.
So
And
that's more or less the responsibilities that are
yeah.
associated with a personal.
Yeah, and also, like, if the person left behind debt, don't they have to give notice to the creditors and give them a certain amount of time to, like, collect if the person had, like, credit card debt or whatever, any kind of outstanding
Yes,
payments and
yes.
taxes?
Yeah, that goes along with probate in general. Probate's just a very public process,
Yeah.
and one of the reasons why is because you do have to provide these notices. So everyone who has an interest in that estate, it's their opportunity to either put in the amount that they're owed or, make their appearance if they have any interest in that estate. So they know exactly who passed away, who the beneficiaries are, and how much the estate is worth. It's kinda scary looking at it, right? So yeah, your state's just open for the public to see.